What's up, guys, and happy new year. Welcome back to our show, our channel, our vlog, whatever it is. But check it out, we have a new addition to our family. This is Rogue. This is our daughter. If you've been following along, she has been kind of the star of the last month to 2 months of our content.
You can hear her breathing.
Perfect. It is 2023. How are you feeling going into the new year?
Well, it feels awesome to not be pregnant, but there's a lot that comes with that.
What does that mean?
You are pregnant, and that's kind of miserable if you're like me.
Right.
And then you have the baby, and then that's a whole thing. And then the baby's here, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna try to get back to like my old self-ish.
Like your old routine?
Yeah, just like my old routine. Obviously, life's gonna be different, but like...
Right.
How to juggle being on top of things for myself. That's been really hard.
Right.
Which I thought it would be. I didn't think any of this was going to be easy, but
it's pretty much exactly what I expected as far as our daily routine goes. Is it different than what you expected?
I mean, it's still like, it's only been a month, so.
Right.
Because I'm so organized and like, if the things don't happen when they're supposed to happen, then they don't happen.
Whereas I've always just kind of been like, fly by the seat of my pants and I'll figure it out.
Yeah, which really that works better when you have a newborn.
It actually does, yeah. And I also don't sleep,
me,
which also has
so this
better.
is like completely like rocking my world.
Yeah. Since it's the beginning of the year, we're gonna go ahead and give you guys our top 3 New Year's resolutions. Some people don't like New Year's resolutions.
I'm a goal setter and I'm not perfect, so I fall off on things a lot.
Sure.
Where like there's things that like I want to do that I haven't done. I think it is a good time to like try again.
Yeah. I don't like when people shit on New Year's resolutions just because there's always ways that you can improve, and if it takes the new year for people to sit there and look deep within and be like, here's the things that I'd like to fix about myself and my routine and my life.
Yeah, and I think
sure, whatever.
Some people are just different. Like I know like a good example like between us is nutrition wise. Like if I fall off, it's almost like I need a new month to start again. I need to like start on the 1st or on a Sunday or a Monday. It has to be very planned where you're like, I'm gonna go eat a box of pizza, but diet starts tomorrow. And like you're able to pick up, it could be like April 10th on a Wednesday, you know, and you ate pizza the night before, and then that day you're like, all right, I'm back on it. I'm like, screw that. I'm gonna start Monday, or I'm gonna start Sunday, or on the 1st, or X amount of days out before this event. I don't know. I'm very like that. So
I think I just like to be happy. If the diet, unless it's like a work-related thing, if the diet doesn't feel right for that time of year where I'm just like, I don't feel like being miserable right now, then I'm just not gonna do it. But if I get fired up and I'm like, okay, this time I wanna look good, I'll just flip the switch. Like, if I'm into it and I care about it and I wanna do it, I'll just do it. Okay, guys, let's get into our New Year's resolutions.
I'm gonna go first because I probably have more than 3. My first New Year's resolution is to get outside more. So I think we've spent a lot of time inside over the last year. You know, we do stuff. I just feel like lately we've been like staying inside a lot. So I think like just getting outside. I'm gonna try to go for 30-minute walks every day. If it's raining, I'm not walking because—
Will you go on the runner?
No, the walks are for the kid. And then also, I want to see Los Angeles.
Is this your second resolution?
No, this is getting outside.
Okay.
I'm from here, and so I've never really cared to see anything from here. And like, yeah, it's pretty terrible looking lately, but Southern California has a lot to offer, and I feel like people move here for that stuff, and then they never see it. I just feel like I've never been to the Getty Museum, or I've only hiked Runyon once, and that was enough for me. But like, just to put it into perspective, I've literally only done that once, and there were people in juicy outfits, and I was like, that is a weird outfit for a hike. But yeah, I just think that there's a lot, you know, in Southern California, whether that be like 2 hours away, like going to like Santa Barbara or Big Bear, Arrowhead, Solvang. I mean, there's so many places. Like, I just think it's something that like
Okay, so 1 30-minute walk per day, and then also get out and see California more is resolution number 1.
Yeah, just see the world.
Okay, so my first New Year's resolution has to do with content goals. Okay, so I have 3 specific things that I'm going to be doing to tackle.
You say that again? I was making a weird face.
Okay, guys, so my first New Year's resolution has to do with content goals. I have 3 specific things that I'm going to try to get done. I'm going to try to put out 3 videos per week. That could either be a video on Hayley's channel or on my channel, but there's going to be 3 YouTube entries every single week coming from us. The second thing is I want to do 1 of those things every week as a interview, right? So I want to try to interview someone and make that more of a long form thing, tackling a specific topic. I'm going to try to do that 1 time per week. Third thing is that I want to try to put out 1 musical project every single month. Hayley knows that I'm really into music. That's actually why I moved to LA. And I just don't do it anymore. She bought me some sweet drums for Christmas. Really fired up about music again, and I want to try to put at least 1 thing out per month. Doesn't even have to be long. Could be a 1-minute song or just a little clip or something like that. But I'm going to try to stay on it, and she's going to hold me accountable. So that is my first New Year's resolution.
When he says he's so into music, like there's now drums in the living room, and he'll be doing something else, and I turn around and he's playing the drums.
The thing that's interesting is the day that I opened the package, she was so excited to give it to me. And then within 2 hours, I think she regretted it. She was like, all right, hey, I want to get all this stuff done today. And I'm like, hold on, I got to set up my drums. I have to adjust this. I don't like it here. And like, that's how I get with creative stuff. It's like when I start doing it, like that's all I can think about until it's done. Anyway, so that's my first New Year's resolution. Hayley, what's number 2?
Number two, I'm gonna journal more, or I'm going to try to journal more.
How often?
Okay, so the journal that I'm doing is for her.
Right.
I'm gonna try to journal for her, not necessarily for me, although it's for me because if I don't do it, I go crazy. But
it's also therapeutic, I'm sure.
Sure, yeah. But it's more for her, and I feel like if I don't stay on top of it, I'm doing it right now where I'm like, I didn't do it for so long because I'm very nitpicky. So if like I mess up a page, I like need to start over. It's not that I don't want to write in it. It's that I'm a perfectionist in that sense, and I'm like, I just don't want to mess it up.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to like stay on top of it so I don't see myself like, wait, what happened a month ago?
So how often are you going to journal?
I mean, at least once a week, just to kind of keep it updated.
Once a week, solid.
Just because it's like, you know, it's a newborn journal. Like I still have to like update the birth process and all this stuff. So it's like, I'm going to try to stay on top of it so I don't have these things where I like sit there and I'm like, wait, what happened?
Something I want to point out that's really cool is that I think that goal of 1 journal entry per week is very doable. I think sometimes when people are setting goals for the year, or whether they're doing diet stuff or whatever it is, like they choose this thing that's miles ahead of where they're currently at,
right.
You know? So it's just like, it's not sustainable if they try to be like, oh, I'm going to go from 0 to 100 right now.
Yeah.
But I think that's a perfect goal for like once a month. You can easily do that.
Yeah. So anyways, and making sure that we do like her monthly photo, just like little things for her that I like, if you don't do them when they're happening, then you miss out on those things.
Yeah.
And I think for everyone that has like a kid or a baby, like you should do a journal because it's really special.
Yeah, all the stuff that Hayley's putting together in that department is actually really cool. And I'm so glad that she's doing it because Rogue is going to be able to look back. I think that combined with like the documentary we just did about your birth, like she's going to be able to look back at all that stuff. And
super cool.
Super special. So yeah. My second New Year's resolution actually has to do with the goals within my faith. I do a good job of reading the Bible regularly and trying to be nice to people and all that stuff, but there's just some specific things that I personally want to do to help myself grow in that department in my life. And I think it's super important as a new dad to be doing those things so I can set a good example. The first thing I want to do is attend church once a week. Even if that's like on a weekday and that's the only time I can go or anything like that, like I'll find one time that doesn't screw up anybody else's schedule. Just go do it. Have that be my thing. The second thing that I want to do is either go to some extracurricular thing with the church once a month, or go to like confession or something. I'm Catholic. I know not everybody's super down with the Catholic faith or whatever, but that's kind of how I grew up, and it feels a lot more, it's a way for me to connect with like my grandparents. They were Catholic. It's more of a family traditional thing. I'll try to do that once a month as a way to kind of stay connected with the church community. Final thing I want to do regarding faith is I want to perform 4 larger charitable acts every year. And I'll give you an example. The one thing that I want to definitely do this year is I want to be able to provide 5 Thanksgiving dinners for 5 families that need it. That's a goal that I can set now. We can do that in November, but I'm going to get the wheels turning now. I want to try to do 1 per quarter if possible. It's not the biggest charitable thing ever, but it's something that we can do, and we want to start giving a lot more. So yeah, that's my second New Year's resolution.
Good. I like it. Okay, he said I could only have 3, but like I'm doing 2 right now. My next one, okay, this one's pretty straightforward, is become an early bird again. Like,
yeah,
and try to like wake up early.
How early?
I mean, it is cool to get up before the sun is up, but like, bro, when she was born, holy crap. I would go to bed early and then I'm waking up like 5 times a night. And then she finally goes to bed at like 5 a.m.
Yeah.
So then I wake up at like 8:30 and I'm like, that is just throwing me off. And I definitely get a lot more done in the first half of the day.
I would argue most people do.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. It's just kind of like something I just would like to get a handle on. And I know I can do it. It's just like with her in the picture, it's going to be like hard. If we can like teach her how to sleep at the right times, then we'll be good. Yeah,
I agree. I'm somebody who can operate on very little sleep, but Hayley is not. So yeah. I think that's something that'll really benefit you.
And like, I might be sleeping, but I'm sleeping light and it's interrupted.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not getting like a chunk of time where it's solid sleep.
Correct.
So before I was getting like solid sleep, 7.5, 8 hours, boom, just like the dream sleep cycle. And now it's like completely been like destroyed.
So what's your specific thing? You're going to try to wake up by what time?
Well, I'm gonna try to go to bed earlier. I mean, I wouldn't mind being in bed by 8. Like, I mean, when the sun's down, I'm over it. So I don't really, if that means 6 p.m., sign me up.
Well, okay. So what time would you wake up then? That's the important part, right?
Yeah, I don't want to like bite off more than I can chew. So
6 a.m.
Yeah, like I think 6.
Okay.
6.
6.
Yeah, I think 6
yeah,
is
6
good.
Is good.
I want to say like 4 a.m. like, you know, be cool like Jocko or like.
Or Josh.
Or Josh. Or, you know, people that wake up early.
I stole it from Jocko. It's not me. He inspired me to do it.
Yeah, that's like, I mean, I would love to do that, but that's a little aggressive at the moment. And I mean, don't be fooled. Right now, she is waking us up at like 3:30.
Yeah, for sure.
But if I'm not sleeping a good chunk of time, that's not going to work.
Okay, my third resolution for this year, 2023, has to do with relationship goals. Okay, so this has 4 parts to it. Number 1, every month we have to go on a date. So we have to have a date night 1 time per month. That's non-negotiable. We have to do it. We have to romance one another. Super important, right? Romance. Second thing is I want to try to do at least 15 minutes of cleaning the house before I go to bed every night. That way I'll get it done. Cleaning something I could just shut my brain off and do. Whereas throughout the day, I'm thinking about important things that I need to get done or creative things. But at the end of the day, it's like, I can just kind of like go on autopilot and start cleaning. So I'm going to do that 15 minutes before I go to bed every day. That'll help her out quite a bit. Once a day, we need to try to do at least 1 training piece together. Even if it's just bicep curls. That's fine. 1 thing together, and not like me coaching her or anything like that. It's just like, we're doing it together. Let's go hit it. That's how we met. That's how we first connected. We got to keep that part alive. The final thing is actually an annual one. I want to try to compete with Hayley 1 time this year. At the same competition, we're both competing. Obviously, it's not going to be a super elite competition because I'm not at the level that she's at. But there might be something even if it's just like a high rocks or something. Even if it's like a high rocks or a triathlon, like we can both do a 5K or it doesn't matter. Like I want to try to compete with her 1 time this year. So we're going to try to check that box.
Love it.
All right, guys. Is that right?
No.
That was 3.
Yeah, but then.
Hayley apparently has more resolutions, so we're going to do a lightning round with her.
Well, these are actually for both of us, so I don't know if you're supposed to make them for other people. That's what I do around here. Try something new each month.
Okay.
Oh God, the kid is pooping. I really want to make a blanket. I have no idea how to use yarn or those sticks or
crochet.
Anything. Yeah, I think I made something in like 3rd grade or something, but
okay.
Yeah, it'd be cool to make a blanket, maybe make her a blanket, but like, I really want to make one. And I don't want it to be like a half-ass blanket. I want it to be like a blanket. Like people are like, holy shit, I want to buy one. So that kind of blanket.
Okay.
Oh, stick to our budget. So I literally stripped down our money situation and just like all that stuff.
Fine tooth comb.
Yeah. And just like stick to our goals in that department. And invest more, you know, just do smart things with money.
Yeah. We've done some good stuff over the last couple of years, and I think most of the major good decisions were decisions that we made together, specifically kind of spearheaded by you. At the end of the year, we just sat down and I was like, what do you think? Like, you tell me what direction we should go. I do a lot of research on financial stuff, and so I'll bring ideas to her, and if she thinks it's wise, then we'll do it, and if she doesn't, then we won't.
Yep. And then I also put like be better at social media. Like I have just like, it's crazy because I have a lot of content and I have a lot of cool stuff, and
that never goes out.
I'm so specific with how things are filmed and how things are shot, and I like put all this thought into what I do, and then I just don't let anyone see it. Which is crazy because like I see other people's Instagram accounts and I'm like, man, I have some really great stuff. Like we've traveled all over the world. We were in New Zealand for months. And I mean, I don't think I posted one photo from New Zealand, which is
you should just do like a throwback every other day.
Maybe I'll do that. But yeah, it's like I have a lot of cool stuff that has never surfaced the internet, which, you know, it's not really the reason I take it.
Yeah.
But I guess social media isn't going anywhere. And like, that's how people are creating platforms and money and all that stuff. So I think maybe it's a little more important than I thought it was.
For sure.
And then the last one is book doctor's appointments and like checkups and like dental stuff. That's for him especially. But like we have insurance, so we should probably use it.
Yeah, those are all great.
And my resolutions are to talk and crawl
and sleep through the night.
All
right, guys, you tell us what your New Year's resolutions are. Pop them in the comments below. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you in a day or two.